This is our first batch of the newborn chicks, and they're just fluffy enough to now come into the brooder. And all we have to do is just dip their beaks into the water so they know exactly where their water supply is, and then we can set them towards their hot plate. It's still a little warm outside, but I know these guys like to be really, really warm. Yep, that one's just going right underneath that hot plate. Okay. Here's a little turkin. This is a chicken, not a turkey, but it's called a turkin just because of the lack of feathers around the neck. Kind of looks like a turkey. There. So that is our first 9 out of the incubator and into the brooder. We have some more that are hatched, as y'all saw, but those just aren't ready to come out yet. So let's get this closed up and turn our lamp on. Come on now. It's a couple hours later, and we have a fresh batch of freshly born chicks. These are just a couple hours old, just like the ones here. All right, little guys, hot plate. That's number 10, number 11. Yep, you gotta know where your water is. And it's actually just starting to rain now, so we have to get these in and to warmth pretty soon. And number 19 right here. Well, it rained all night, so it got nice and cool here in the brooder house. So here is everything we had last night and yesterday. This is 19 right here. We have a couple more, about 5 here in the box. We're about to offload here and get their water all situated and get them underneath the hot plate here. So this right here is number 20. Again, just transferring the beaks into the water. I'm glad to know that these are all kept nice and warm during last night's rain. Alright, get in the hot plate. Put some water. Yep. Alright. That makes 24. We can close this up and we can go check on our eggs in the incubator now. We have some that are kind of poking through. We had to help 1 or 2 out, so we'll see what happens this morning. And up on our next batch, we got 6 right here. All right, so this is number 25. This turkin right here. It's a turkin, as you can see. It has no feathers on its neck or around the back of its head. Looks like a turkey. It's still a chicken though. All right, number 29. And this is number 30 right here. This little black one. It's just now getting big enough to come in here. There we go. All right, here's number 30 going underneath the hot plate. Be with your sisters. Welcome back to Wilson Brothers Ranch. I'm Chase, and we finally have our second batch of chicks ready to go in their next home. They finally dried off and they're ready for some real food. So our very first batch of chicks we had are in the exact same brooder as we're gonna put these guys, and we don't want these guys to look like a little dinner snack. So we're gonna put a little cage divider in the brooder so the big chicks don't eventually eat these ones. Our eggs are guarded by the meanest, most fierce guard dogs ever. These are ready to go in their new home, all nice and fluffy, dry it up, and they can start eating and drinking some real substance.
Okay, little buddy?
Yeah. Oh, he's all right, he's moving. Must be a newly born.
Yeah. Alright, we'll get these guys over to the brooder. Can't really get his beak down in there.
So since they've never had water before, with each newborn chick, we just dip their beak in a little bit of water so they can go back to it whenever they're thirsty.
Stop filtering.
We have a freshly newborn chick. They're around 24 hours old when we take them out of the incubator. Their fur, their feathers have to be nice and fluffy. It can't be wet. And there we go. We just lightly make sure the chick gets some water and then into the heating pad. It's a nice little heating pad. We've been using this for a good year, and it's held up to the coldness, held up to the storms and everything. So seems like it's done a pretty good job keeping our chicks warm.
We have, I think, 11. Let's see how they're doing here. There they are. Hello, babies. So cute, so tiny.